Let's start with 42 and its genesis. The United States overcame the economic crisis thanks to the digital markets activity, which by itself contributes to 40% of the global growth. In France, the digital sector only supports 20% of the growth. Before 42 started, France's educational system trained only 5,000 programmers per year. 42 alone trains 1,000 more students per year. That is to say, a 20% increase. But what is 42? 42 is a private school founded in 2013 that provides a free higher education in computer science. Located in Paris, in the northwest area of the city, on Boulevard Bessières, just across the street from one of the sites of the Réinventer Paris competition. The education provided by 42 is totally free, open to everyone, without any academic prerequisites or financial obligation, adopting a position very different and complementary to that of the French public education standards. 42 welcomes people who dropped out of the public education system and gives them an opportunity to climb the social ladder. In 2015, 40% of the students enrolled at 42 didn't have the required degree to access public higher education. 42 has also created an innovative academic curriculum for the people over 50 in collaboration with Pôle emploi. The curriculum at 42 is project-oriented. There are no teachers, there is no pedagogical schedule, and the students evaluate their project collectively. The 42 building provides the students with all the required equipment. There are no corridors, no classrooms, and the building offers different qualities and sizes of spaces, from the most intimate to the most collective. It hosts a garden, a video game room, some spaces dedicated to events, a kitchen, a jacuzzi, a food truck, and some leisure rooms. But what are the outcomes after 42's 3 years of existence? 20% of 42 students give up their studies before the end of the first year due to economic hardship. They cannot afford to live in Paris. Free is still too expensive. 65% of 42 students are not from the Paris region. There is a 440 euros difference between a student's budget living in the northwestern region of France and in Paris. The highest cost of living for a student is the housing. There is a lack of cheap housing for students in Paris. A solution would be to not sleep at all, but to avoid it, 42 needs to find a cheap housing solution for its students in order to achieve its goal of providing free education to all. Among the 4 founders of 42, one comes from the Brittany region. Guess who? In Brittany, you used to find a local piece of furniture, the Breton bed. That is an enclosed space. Let's be inspired by this traditional object and adapt it to modern times. 70% of 42 students reach financial autonomy after 9 months at the school. During the transition period, the solution is to reinvent the dormitory room, a housing solution that is temporary, flexible, and available according to the students' needs. 42 will offer this type of housing for 250 euros a month. That is more than 500 euros under the average market price. What would be a modern dormitory? A modern dormitory is a spacious, ventilated, and private space where you will have both visual and acoustic privacy. The cabin bed perfectly fulfills these demands. NOC 42 is not only a campus. Passerelle 17 is the district association. Its goal is the economic, social, and cultural development of the district. Together, we have identified common needs for 42 students and the rest of the district's inhabitants. These needs are as follows: spaces for organizing events. The ground floor of the building on Boulevard Bessières will be available 146 hours per month for the associations of the district. The development of the local cultural offer. A multidisciplinary theater of 300 seats will be located in the basement of the building on Boulevard Bessières. The scheduling of different events will be made by Nicolas Logereau-Lasserre, director of the school ICAR and president of Artistique Réseau. A solidarity grocery store. Passerelle 17 will open an associative grocery store on the ground floor of Dr. Bruce Street building. Sports. A rugby field? No. But some outdoor fitness equipment will be installed on some of the terraces based on the suggestions of Sébastien Chabal, the famous rugby player. Gardens and vegetable gardening. 52 vegetable patches of 1 square meter will be shared between students and inhabitants. 51 vegetable patches will be dedicated to a laboratory of innovation in agriculture and technology to invent the urban farming of the future. NOC 42 is an innovative project that will stimulate creativity. The artistic interventions located in the buildings will question the relation between nature and technology. They put into question the general thoughts and encourage creative thinking. NOC 42 is the result of a collaborative conception process between an architect and an artist, AR and CD. The design of the building reveals the digitalization processes involved at the building scale. Because it is impossible to reinvent the future in a traditional office building which has a fake white ceiling and gray carpets as far as our eyes can see. The cube, a piece of furniture specifically designed for the project, allows fast and efficient spatial reorganization, very much like the Lego blocks in large non-programmed spaces. The cabin beds can also be reconfigured, creating evolving landscapes which are always moving. Let's talk about Hub 42. Hub 42 is a virtual space in addition to its 2 physical buildings. All exchanges between the different actors of the NOC 42 project are supported by the Hub 42 platform that is accessible online via a smartphone or a computer. Hub 42 allows the users to book a seat for a conference or book a cabin bed for the night, to access the fitness equipment, to buy a ticket for a show, to apply to attend a workshop, and many more things. All the data collected by Hub 42 will be anonymously recorded and will be used to evaluate innovation. NOC 42 will be part of the physical and virtual space of the city. 42 has strong relations with many national and international partners like HEC Business School, MIT, and Stanford universities. NOC 42 will be a central point of a network promoting creative thinking. It will support new exchanges between the city and the rest of the world. NOC 42 proposes to reinvent Paris.